When I was a young lad, I remember that whenever my parents would go shopping at a department store, my brothers and I would be left in the electronics section to peruse their game selection and play whatever demos they had available. One of the games that always caught my attention was NiGHTS on the Sega Saturn. It was re-released for the PC and various other consoles in 2012, and I finally get a chance to play it properly. I remember back then in the department store I was never any good at the game. It was confusing and hard to figure out what I was supposed to do. Was it just because I hadn't read the instructions? Was it just because I was a kid? I'm here to tell you that the answer is no. No, that is not why I had trouble with the game. Let's get into it and see what I'm talking about, yeah? In Nights into Dreams, the gameplay takes place, well, in dreams, like Spring Valley, the ideal. Here my character is just about to lose 4 of her emotion orbs, and it's up to Nights to retrieve enough blue orbs to get them back. Or she transforms into Nights here? Or I'm not really sure what happens, but now I'm flying around as Nights, collecting the blue orbs and all the other things, and earning a bunch of points. Before we dive into the rest of the gameplay, which is where we're going to live for the rest of this review, let's talk about how this game looks and sounds. It looks pretty dang good, especially since it's a remake of a Sega Saturn game. Music's not bad, I don't love it, but it gets the job done. And now let's talk about the rest of this gameplay. The flight controls are fluid and responsive, which is good because it's the game's central mechanic. Flight is this game. There's not much to this game beyond doing some skillful flying between collectibles and occasional acrobatics to get bonus points, at least not until the boss stage. We'll get there soon enough. It feels like there should be more to this, but as far as I can tell there isn't. You collect the orbs, destroy the bad thing, and move on, getting as many of those points as you can. You get the rank based on how many points you got, which then determines your overall rank for the stage. There's a lot of flash and spectacle, but, well, the flash and spectacle don't really help you out, and sometimes it actually hurts you. Sometimes there are background and foreground elements that look like you should be able to grab them, but you can't. Either they're on a separate track altogether, or you're just not there yet, but that's nothing compared to the boss fight. I'm just going to let you sink this one in for about 30 seconds, and then we'll meet back up and see what you think. So okay, I finally figured it out. You're just supposed to rip off his head, what, 3 or 6 times? It's pretty standard boss battle stuff, but no, that's not quite how it works, and you'll notice that timer keeps counting down, and every time I get hit, I lose 5 seconds, and I start to realize my mortality, and oh, I just got a 1 link. Was that a good thing? I'm down to 40 seconds now. And I think his tail's a little shorter, but I'm trying to figure out what I did that got that 1 link, because that seemed like that was a good thing. And I'm down to 20 seconds now, and I just lost 5 of them, and I feel just very bad that there are only 10 seconds left, and I don't know what to do. If I just keep flying, oh, that I did a little, oh. Night over. Well, I'm sure I can just restart it, right? Just hint, try to use the paraloop attack? Thanks, Knights. That's really helpful. Oh. I'm, starting over. I have to do that all over again, huh? Okay. After consulting the internet, the primary strategy to use on this enemy is trapping as many of his body parts in a paraloop as you can and taking him out all at once like that. That's the way to get the high score. I couldn't figure out that way, so I resorted to ripping off his head multiple times, which also does the trick. I wonder if this boss's design was inspired by the era of Blockbuster, an era when if you could beat a game in X number of days, then why would you go and buy it? Did the designer say, we can't make this boss too easy? Or else the kid will just say, I don't need to buy Nights into Dreams? Am I just bad at video games? I'll leave that for the ages to decide. Meanwhile, I've defeated the boss and earned the whopping rank of... D. Great. Really glad I put in all that work. Oh boy. Saving and loading. Oh, at least I beat Sonic. Wait, Tails puts his name in as Miles? What a nerd. As far as a ranking goes, Nights into Dreams certainly isn't a bad game, and it has a lot of good going for it. I can see why people loved it. But for me, a gamer in 2016 with an overstocked library of games, the unnecessary difficulty curve is just off-putting. There's too much there that could be a lot easier and isn't for reasons that aren't there to challenge me. They're just there to be frustrating. I don't like that. We're gonna have to rank this one, yeah, right there in between King's Bounty, Armored Princess, and Fairy Bloom Frisia. Sounds about right to me. If you disagree with that ranking, or any of the rankings that I've given up to this point, you can always go to the games list found in a link down there, and you can ask for a re-review, or you can just ask for one of the games I haven't reviewed yet to be moved up closer to the top of the list. Helps me know what you want to see, and helps you know what games are worth your time. It's a win-win-win. I'm not sure who the third party is yet, but we're going to get that figured out soon. The scientists are working very hard on it. Hey, thanks for watching, friend. If you enjoyed this review, if you'd throw it a like, should be somewhere around here. Not the thumbs down, the thumbs up. It looks like this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, if you do that, that would help me out a lot. Helps YouTube know that you like this sort of video, which is good. It gets this in front of more people, and it earns me small amounts of pennies each time somebody watches an ad, which is good because then I can buy a new webcam for my new computer, which is what I captured the gameplay footage you saw, but not this because I don't have a new webcam yet. And I'm going to stop talking now so you can go enjoy your day, but have a good one.